Hi there guys, in today's video of VinylCut we'll be looking at the trace image and its output settings, smooth, detail and single line threshold. Let's just have a quick intro here. Well, today's video can be found on softwaretraining.co.za. We cover quite a variety of different softwares and we upload videos daily. So keep an eye there for any new content. Go back in the program here. Now, just a little note, this is a follow-up of a series we're doing by surrounding the trace image. So we will leave a link in the description where you can find the video before this, which just covers the basic rules, good rules to follow if you want to make a good trace. Now, a disclaimer about tracing, or not a disclaimer, just a note to remember. Your outcome will vary depending on following those rules. So if you follow those rules, you can get a more consistent outcome, and depending on image to image, you're going to have to set these values to different values. So unfortunately, there's not a one set, one setting that works for all. So you kind of have to play with all of them, but if you understand what these settings do, then it will help you to more quickly just navigate through this and get a result you like. Otherwise, let's quickly cover just this under output, the smooth, detail and single line threshold. What do they do and how do they work? So now if we have this tree branch here, now it's not the best quality, so it's not following the rules. So this will make your final output a little bit more complicated. So if you can, get as hard edges as you can, but you're not always that fortunate if you're getting stock images and stuff like that. So now with the smooth setting, if we have our show nodes on top here enabled, and then if we look here under the nodes, how many nodes do we have? So we've got there 1005 nodes. That's these little points, and then which will create your shape or your vector graphics. So if we go on the smooth here, now if the smooth is set to 100, like both these values, they can be set from 0 to 100. So nothing more and nothing less. So if the smooth is set all the way full, then what will happen is it will try create as smooth line as possible from one node to the next. So it won't try fill in any jagged edges and so forth. So if you're looking to create a very smooth design, or if your tracing image has got very smooth lines, then keep your smoothness high. Let's say we set this down and then we just click update. Now you'll notice, first of all, we nearly have another extra 1000 nodes added. And now what it's doing is trying to add nodes to fill in all these jagged edges. So if you have a design with a lot of jagged edges, or then that is a good option. So you set that lower. If you want a very smooth design in the sense of got very smooth edges, then you keep that setting high. Now play with the setting to see what works best. Now let's just go here on top, and we quickly just show you the next setting. So now if I navigate to the top corner here, so now we've got this frame with like a kind of a droppish shadow coming down there. Let's just zoom out a bit here. But as you can see, it's got quite a bit of detail. So the program currently is not capturing most of it, so it's kind of missing a lot of the information, and this is where detail will come in. In general, I don't like using a messy details like this in my design, because at the end it just makes for a nightmare when you're cutting. But in some cases you do use it, and this is where the detail comes in handy. So now let's increase this detail, put it to max. And maybe lower the smoothing, so I'll try to fill in the gaps. Now if we update the preview, now you can see it's capturing way more detail here. So it's capturing the little blobs that's way out here. And then once again, also your node count will go up quite a bit. And then the last option we've got under this section will be the single line threshold. So now let's just zoom in a bit again. Now if you can see here, the At the moment what's happening, you get this type of graphics a lot with more comic book and story type art, where it's got a basically already a rim over the graphics. But let's say you want to make a cutout of the entire shape and not just the outline, because at the moment, as you can see, this thing will only make an outcut of this outside rim. So then what you can do is then you play here with a single line threshold. So just adjust this, I'll do about 2, and then we see what the result do we get. We update the preview here. Okay, still nothing. Let's go to about 4. There we go. Now you can see it is no longer making a cutout of the border, but of the entire shape. So yeah, that's the basics, like I said, of the smooth, then detail and single line. So just to recap, the smooth, it's kind of if you have jagged edges and so forth, and you want it to either follow the jagged or have a smooth between all the nodes, which is these little points, then you'll set this one higher for smooth, lower for jagged. Detail, if there's a lot of extra little details on your design that you also want to capture in the VinylCut, then you can set this detail up, and you can set it low or leave those details out. And then lastly here we've got a single line threshold, which will, if you have something that's just the outline, it will not make a the higher the number is, then it won't make a cut of the outline only, but of the entire shape. Otherwise, just keep an eye out for any more videos, because we have a few videos we'll be covering some of these other settings, and then we'll put the links in the description so you can just easily navigate there. Otherwise, if we just have a quick look here at our website, if you guys navigate to softwaretraining.co.za, you can find this video and more videos like it. As you can see, we've got a variety of different softwares we do cover here, and also we have a search option if you want to isolate your search and look for something more specific. And also, if you don't find what you're looking for, just go here and request a training video, and then we'll make that for you. Otherwise, thanks guys for watching, and cheers.